What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are crushing the tables. A couple videos ago, we introduced the Poker Snowie artificial intelligence program. It was pretty incredible, and we started out with a challenge on their software and did a quick analysis of that, but we only got to the pre-flop analysis, and in this video I wanted to expand a little bit on that and get into some of the flop, turn, and river plays. So we open up the Poker Snowie program, go back to our cash challenge, and click the view analysis. If you guys want to go back to the original video, I will put the link right here. So click on that if you want to go back to the previous video, and then you can jump back here and continue watching this one if you want to. Okay, so if we click on the error details, it tells us our pre-flop errors, and we had 16 of those, which we went over in the first video. And now we're going to look at the flop, turn, and river errors. So we'll click on the flop, and here it is a jack high board. There's a 5-6 of diamonds out there, and we have 2-4. According to Poker Snowie, when we are bet $1 into us, a half pot bet into us, the right play here is to make a call. That is never what I would do, but that could be a flaw in my game, because right here it is saying that a half pot bet is slightly more EV than a raise, and the worst play that you could make is a fold here. Even if it were a pot bet into us, a raise and a call are still plus EV. Even a 2-pot bet is still plus EV. This is incredible. So I'm trying to think through this one and think of some situations that this could work. So against an average player, bets a half pot into us, because it's just a blind pot here, blind battle, pretty draw heavy. I guess this player could have a lot of hands. We're in position, so we could obviously hit a 3 here to give us a straight, which is pretty much the nuts. We have backdoor flush draws. There's the possibility that he checks back the turn, and we could throw in a semi-bluff on the turn. So I guess there does leave us a lot of opportunities and a lot of plays if we do just make this call. I think it depends a little bit on the player, but this definitely makes you think about how you play your game, and that's what I really enjoy about this Poker Snowie program, is it takes human error out of it, and it just analyzes the game by the artificial intelligence. And alright, well, let's take a look at the next flop error. This time we had pocket nines. I remember this hand we raised in early position and we got called by the button. Flop is pair of 6s and a 4, 2 hearts. Okay, so I think what I did was came out and bet 2/3 of the pot, and it's saying that that is slightly less EV than a check, and the more that we bet, the more our EV goes down. I guess that makes sense. So the closer we get to a check, the closer we get to the same EV level that the check is at. I can understand that, but I think we get a lot of value out of hands like small pairs when we do bet. Again, I think this kind of depends on the type of player that this is. I think a lot of players are going to be 3-betting jacks on the button pre-flop, and if this player isn't the type that folds much on the flop, I say bet into him. But if this is the type of player that continuation bets a lot, I say check and let him bet. So I like the way that Poker Snowie has analyzed this one and is saying that the check is a better move here against the average player. I can agree with that. Alright, let's get into the turn errors. Turn error, only one. Alright, so on this one, there is a jack high board on the flop, and it went check check on the flop. Turn is a queen, and I came out and bet as a semi-bluff here, and it is saying that a check is a better move unless we bet the pot. When we bet the pot, it is the same EV as a check. That's interesting. Poker Snowie is telling us with this turn board that we should either bet big or check. I wonder what it would tell us if we check and this player bets, whether we would be plus EV for the fold, plus EV for the raise, or plus EV for the call, where those would be at. Oh, this is cool. So now I can enter in the situation here, and let's just say that he does a 350 bet. Okay, perfect. So that just answered my question right there. And it is telling us to fold here. A raise would be the same as a fold though, so it's either a raise or a fold. A raise of half pot. This is really cool. That answered my question exactly. So if you want to do that, you can click on the copy scenario button here, and you can enter in plays, post what happened on our play exactly, and check out some different scenarios scenarios that could happen when you check, when you bet. The software is pretty fucking cool. Alright, let's get into the river air now. And this time we have pocket nines. There is a straight on the board, and it is saying that a half pot bet is the best play here. I can see that there's not a lot of 7 hands in this player's range, most likely. There might be a couple flushes, but when you do a half pot bet, you're giving yourself an opportunity to pick up the entire pot when there's not many 7s or flushes in this player's range. So there is the chance that this player will fold to a half pot bet here. And if you do get raised, you know that you're probably beat with either a flush or a 7, and you can get rid of your pocket nines. However, a check isn't that bad of a play either. It's only slightly less EV than a bet here. I am definitely learning from this software and going to be getting a lot more into this. I'm going to try to figure out how to import my hands from some of my poker sessions on America's Card Room into here and get into some of that in upcoming videos. Poker Snowie really simplifies your game analysis and makes it super easy for you to recognize where you're making mistakes. I can see how this program can charge as much as it does because I think it really can add that much and way beyond what it charges in value to your game. This is something I will invest in once I'm done with the 10-day trial. I'm sure there's a lot more I need to learn about this software too, and hopefully I can learn as much as I can within this 10-day trial and pass on that information to you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've had a lot of new subscribers. Appreciate it, you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and improving your poker games. There's a link for Poker Snowie down in the video description. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Share it with any of your poker friends and poker players who might be interested. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down in the comment section below. I'm gonna head over to America's Card Room, you guys, and continue on the 100K challenge. So I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt.